Hey guys, StarTard here, and welcome to another video. So today we are going to be doing a review and as well a tutorial of the NCE PowerCab DCC system. So in this video, you guys are going to be shown how to actually set the system up and what that entails. And once the system is set up, we are going to show you how, I am going to show you rather, how to program a locomotive, how to set up a consist, and how to do all the things associated with running your DCC system smoothly and efficiently. So thank you very much for watching this video, guys, and do leave a like, comment, subscribe, and all that, and I'll finish this off with the intermodal train running in the background. So thank you very much for watching, and here you go. So the first part of using the DCC system is actually plugging it in. So as you see here, it comes with the power port, the wires that you use to go into the track go into this little thing right here, and the track power goes here. If you have other cabs, they go here. And the flat wire attaches to the left socket, not the right socket. It attaches to the left socket. And only use the flat cord. Do not use the spirally one that they give you in the box. I wanted to use that one very badly, but unfortunately, the cab will not work with that one. It will only work with the flat one. So do not attempt to plug it in with the spirally wire or any of the other wires. Just only do the flat one. So you guys have been asking how I hook this thing up actually to the system. So as you see here, I have a track bus and I have actual wires leading into the system. So what I used here was, I can't even remember the gauge. I think it was like 16 or 18 gauge wire. And I got a couple of alligator clips and I soldered them together to create this monstrosity. So what we have here is the black. You can see I painted the tips of the wire black to signify the grounding wire. I have the grounding wire, and then I have the positive terminal wire, the one that actually conducts the power. What you can do to set that up is actually get a terminal track and a terminal wire, and then straighten it out and look at which side is right and which side is left. On the left side, you want to paint that wire black. And then on the right side, you want to just leave that wire red, because you will be able to differentiate better which one is right and which one is left. And I have done that for two wires, one that goes that way and one that goes that way. So the terminal wire that I use for the right side is right here. This is the terminal for the right side. As you can see, there's the terminal wire, and it extends under the track all the way over to here. And I painted and I straightened it out and everything, and I looked at all the connections, and I have discovered that the left side is left and the right side is right, and you want to paint the left side black and the right side leave it red, as I said before. So do that for two wires, and then connect the black to the black and the red to the red, and then you can use the system that I have here, which is alligator clips and 16 gauge wire, and you can connect them to the different parts of the track. You can connect them to the two black wires and the two red wires, and it will create something like a track bus, which is a system that you can use to get voltage to different parts of your track, which is very, very important, because you don't want power surges or power drops, as I have somehow found out through trial and error. You do not want power drops throughout your track, so that's very important. If your layout is very big like mine is, which goes around the entire room, you definitely need that kind of a system, and make sure they are spaced evenly apart. So with that out of the way, let's get into the actual meat of the video, which is learning how to use this thing. Alright guys, so this is the meat of the video. This is going to explain to you how to use this thing. So here is the remote, or the controller as you would, for the NCE power cab. So as you can see here, there's the LCD screen and it tells you everything. I have set it to be able to tell you the amperage, the current flow throughout the track, and that is very important so that in case the locomotives are hitching around the place, you can tell where and how badly they are hitching, which is, I have found, very important. And as you can see here, those are all the functions up to function 6. The headlight, function 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The forward speed and the locomotive number. If it says con, it means it's in a consist, and I'll get to that later. So this is the controller. It's about the size of my hand, or about the size of my palm in terms of width. It's very easy to hold, very easy to use, and it is probably, this is my favorite system I have done so far. Out of the two, the Bachmann one and this one, I would definitely prefer this one, even though this one's a little harder to set up, as I showed you in the last video how to set that up. But here we go. This is the system. So this is the directional button. So as you can see here, you press that, and on the LCD screen it goes from forward to reverse. The momentum key, which sets your engine's momentum, sets your locomotive momentum to go fast or slow. You can increase the rate at which it slows and speeds up with these two buttons, increase and decrease, and you can set it to increase quickly and decrease quickly. So this is the speed dial. You spin that and the locomotive speeds up and slows down. There's the horn, there's the bell, there's the headlight. So if you press the headlight button, the L will turn off. Press it on, it will go back on. The option key, I will get to that in probably another video. The recall, you can use that to flip through the locomotives in your layout. As you saw up there, I have it set to 6, which is the maximum, so you can flip through 6 different locomotives or consists. Here is the locomotive select. You can select locomotives with this. You press that. So let's go to an example. So if you press this, it will come up with the enter loco. So I want to enter the locomotive that my intermodal train is assigned to. So 127, and that is the consist address for that locomotive set. So I press that, and as you can hear in the background, it has started up. But I'm going to turn off the sound so you guys can hear me instead of the train. So let's go back to 1072, which is the lead locomotive. Macros for things like switches and things of that nature. Select accessories, also for accessories, things of that nature. Enter key and all the number pads. So the consist setup, I will go over that later. You have the setup, the kill, add, delete. You have programming, expand, the speed steps, either 28 or 128, and the shift key, which I have not had to use so far. So those are all the keys that you can find on here, but let's go over how to do some things. So I already showed you how to select a locomotive, and that's pretty easy. So let's go to 638, which is my AC6000. Let's say you want to select that one. You just go to select loco 638, enter, and it comes up with that one. So nice and easy. And if it says con instead of loco, that means your locomotive is in a consist. So we may as well go to how to set up a consist. So if you have lots of locomotives and you want them to run at the same time in the same direction, that is called a consist. So if you want to set up a consist, you go to set up. So let's go to locomotive set 126, which is actually, let's go to 127, which is my intermodal train. So you want to go to setup. Actually, I'm going to not demonstrate this with one that I've done so far. Let's do an imaginary consist. So setup, enter. So it'll show you either old or advanced, and you can look up the details on which one is which, but I like to set up advanced consists. So let's go to enter, and consist address, it will show you the first available one. So it will be 127 through, I think, like 600 something. I'm just going to do the first available one, which is 125. lead locomotive, let's go with like 666, enter, direction is forward. And then rear locomotive, let's do like a 333, enter. And it will say locomotive direction forward. If it is facing in reverse, which we will imagine this one to be facing in reverse, press the direction button and it will go to R, which you want to see. So then press enter. And then if you have a locomotive in the middle, say like a 455, you press enter. And if that one is facing in reverse, which we will imagine this one to do, you press R. So then we will press enter and press enter to exit the menu, and you will see consist 666. That means you have a locomotive leader 666 and they're all in the same bunch. So then you can use the throttle dial to speed it up, slow it down, direction key to reverse it, everything like that. So say you don't like that and you want to run them all individually. So then you go to consist clear and it will say kill consist. Enter the 125 that we did before, or whichever consist you want to delete, enter, and it will erase it. Say that you want to go back to a consist that you already have. So advanced consists are 3 digits, so we are going to go back to the intermodal one, which is 127, and you can hear it turn on. So there you go. That's how to use and set up a consist and how to do all that kind of stuff. So let's simulate actually programming a locomotive with this thing. So we are going to take this and put it on the test track. We're going to take these terminals and put them on the test track, the red on the right and the black on the left. And so what you want to do here is you want to press the program button four times. So 1, 2, 3, 4 until it says use programming track. You want to press enter. And it will come up with this menu. You want to press standard setup. So press 1. And it will do a main off, blah, blah, blah. Let's use a locomotive that I actually have. So we are going to take off locomotive 1072 and put it on the test track. Let me see here. Let me arrange the locomotive so that the wheels are actually on the track. There we go. So it says main off, cannot read CV. Let's press enter in case that happens. It'll say decoder version. It'll say setup address. Let's escape. Let's press the escape key so we go back to the main menu. So press 1 again. And you'll see it come up with, it'll come up with a waiting screen and it'll say manufacturer, decoder version. And then you can set up the addresses. I have the long address set up, so let's do that. Short address, you can set that up to like an address that you would find on the Bachmann system. Or if you want to skip that, you press enter once and twice. So you press it twice, enter twice. Then set up long address, 1072. Long addresses you can do in as many numbers as you want, up to 4 numbers. So yes, yes. Configuration, this is whether or not you want to have the locomotive in reverse or forward. This is the motor control. We can go into that in a separate video, or yeah, we can go into this in a separate video. In short, you can set up how fast you want the locomotive to start, how fast you want the top speed to be and the medium speed to be, and how many times a second you want it to receive commands. So then function mapping, which we don't need, and then CVs, and then we're back to the normal one. So say you want to, so now that we have this engine programmed, we can press the escape key and it will go back to the normal screen. Locomotive will start up and I'm going to press the mute key. And as you can see, it runs. So Now we can go into how to do other things with the locomotive, like set up the horn. So we are going to go to program and hit that until it gets to, and we are going to go back to the regular screen. We're going to hit it once and it'll say program on main, enter. Program loco 1072, and you want to go to CV. You enter the CV number and then you enter the CV value that you want to program into it, and that's what happens. So that's what you want to do to program a locomotive to like change the horn and stuff. So we are going to return to 127. Recall to make sure everything is back the way it should be. Sometimes the recall button doesn't work after you change CVs and stuff, but that shouldn't be a problem. So here we go. That's how you do a locomotive programming on this system. So say that you have a locomotive that you want to program from address 3, the short address. You can just do what I showed you here and it'll program it into the long address. It'll ask you if you want to activate it by pressing the 1 key. Definitely do that if you want to use the long address versus the short address. So yeah, guys, that's how you use the NCE Power Cab in a nutshell. It's very easy. It's very simple. You can look up other tutorials on how to do this on other channels and online. So definitely get this system. It's very nice. I picked mine up for about $180, which is about what you should be able to find it for. So all in all, I really like this system. It's very easy to use, very user-friendly, and I highly recommend it. So if you like this video, if you want to see more like it, definitely leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you later.